Permaculture is an ethics-based design systems methodology for the creation of regenerative human habitats. Now, this is our definition. Essentially, what we do is through permaculture, we create self-sustainable human habitats in terms of self-sustainability, in terms of its own water, its own food, and also to sort of live regeneratively.
One Pusar days of roughly 1,000 or 1,500 hectares, and in that there are two very good patches of completely protected sacred groves. In Marathi they call it as burn. Yeah, so this burn we call it as a reference ecosystem. It's what you need to restore ultimately. You can look at it, then you can list down the species, you can know that this is what we wish to reach ultimately. We don't know how many years it would take, but for sure, when we did the year-round assessment, ecological assessment of the entire catchment of this one Pusarde, that time we studied these two patches of sacred grove. So obviously, it's a long way to go and it's not very easy. So, but what we decided is to improve the strength of soil, so that even tomorrow in our absence, in absence of human beings, or for that matter, there is no one to take care of it, we set the land on the right track so that the succession is accelerated. So I'm not
still in taxa to study, but they also happen to be the highly visible and omnipresent taxa and are often seen as indicators of habitat quality. They are known to respond to landscape changes very quickly. So, looking at cities, studies show that cities can host a surprisingly high number of bird species. Moderately urban areas can have species richness higher than rural areas. So, with this context, I set out looking for pockets in Ahmedabad city with a high avian biodiversity. This was in the year 2011.
Very widely grown garden with a lot of surprises and vistas within it. I'm sure most of you all have visited the Brief and Rudhwanga both, at least few of you all. If you compare that, you will see that Brief is full of Brief is a colorful garden.
We've been talking about nutrients and nutrient engineering and how we can how we have total control over plants, etc. And these are essentially the extreme nutrients that plants require.
Humans and plants have migrated since the origins of Homo sapiens, and I've really found this very, very intriguing as how people and plants have moved about. Peruvians look a lot like us Indians. I mean, they have black hair and brown skin, and of course there are a lot of other people who are mesculas, I think they call themselves, or mixed Spanish and indigenous blood. But a lot of people do look like us. But I'm told that we don't have any genetic connection to them. But plants have moved around too, and they moved around the world in ways that, you know, they have mango, that probably only about 2 varieties of mangoes that they have, which went from India, and ginger. And so if we gave that to the world and to Peru, Peru gave us a lot of other things.